What is up, guys? It is Jack, back up in this bitch of 10 Years Fitness. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and in today's video we are talking about personal trainers. Do you need one, and when should you hire one? Okay, and in my opinion the answer to that question is both simple and complicated. Okay, there's a few different ways of looking at it, but I look at it like this, generally speaking. Okay, it really comes down to what kind of a trainee you are. Okay, what kind of a quote-unquote client you would be for them, because you're either, in my opinion, a recreational lifter or a competitive lifter. Okay, that is, you do it for fun, recreation, just to have a good time. You enjoy going to the gym, you enjoy the results it gets, and that's as far as it goes. But then if you're a competitive lifter, that is, you compete in powerlifting meets or bodybuilding shows, physique shows, or something like that. Okay, so your physique goes up against other people, you have an event with a specific time frame you need to look a certain way for. Okay, so bearing that in mind, where do personal trainers come into this? So if you're a recreational lifter, okay, you just do it for fun and for your own confidence, whatever, what you need to realise, if you don't already, is that 99% of the results you're going to get are going to be from just following the basic principles, okay, the 101 of fitness and bodybuilding. And all that information is available for free. Okay, online you can get it for free, you just Google half the shit, the other half is on YouTube channels. Okay, people on YouTube will be very happy to help you. There's probably videos, hundreds of videos. I mean, there's some on my channel. You know, I have a 101 series I kind of left half finished, but there's so many out there that tell you the basics, the basic principles, and all that kind of thing that if you stick to, they will govern 95 to 99% of like all the results you will ever get. Okay, it's really quite simple. A lot of the industry tries to confuse and bamboozle you with all this information about what you need, what you don't need, what doesn't work. It's really not that complicated. There's, generally speaking, just a few things you need to follow to go from being out of shape to being in good shape, or looking pretty much how you want to look, right? Good development all round, good muscularity, decent leanness, you've got some abs on show, you know, looking pretty damn good, like a way that you'd be very happy with when you set out on this shit. So from that perspective, as a recreational lifter, I'm going to say straight up, you don't need a personal trainer. Okay, for a lot of the information and things there are to learn, I don't think you need a personal trainer. That's my honest opinion. I made the transformation I made from an eating disorder, from anorexia, to looking a way that I'm pretty happy with. You know, I'm happy with how far I've come, and I'm not done yet. I achieved that without a personal trainer by just being resourceful, using Google, getting out there and learning information on different websites. I got on YouTube and watched a few channels. Okay, and applying that, you'll find out what does and doesn't work. Look for what's generally being said works by the most people, and you'll be good. You'll have 95, 99% of the information you'll ever need. Okay, you don't need a personal trainer to take your money to tell you that, okay? But that being said, there's nothing wrong with hiring a personal trainer if you are a recreational lifter. For example, you should, I mean, I look at it as being kind of a personal assistant when it comes to hiring a personal trainer like myself for just being a recreational lifter like I am. I mean, I don't compete or anything, I don't have any plans to. What you've got to realise is they can help you with things like analysing what's going on, because a lot of what bodybuilding and fitness, powerlifting, all of that is you provide a stimulus, okay, so you increase your calories as a stimulus, your body adapts to that by gaining weight. You apply stimulus by going to the gym and lifting weights. That forces your body to adapt to that, in that it builds muscle, it grows. Okay, and that kind of thing. And it's providing a stimulus, forcing your body to adapt to that stimulus, and once it's adapted, you'll plateau. So a lot of what it is providing a stimulus, you adapt, you plateau. So a lot of what it comes down to then is recognising when you plateau and changing it up. But a lot of the time, and I'm guilty of this, I don't recognise when I plateau. Okay, I don't step back and look at it a lot of the time. That's something I'm guilty of from time to time. I just want to get in the gym and do my thing and train. And I know that's the same for a lot of people. What a personal trainer can help you with is they're your assistant in that way. They're someone who's not so involved that they're always caught up in what you're doing. They can step back and view your progress and your transformation as someone from the outside looking in. They can see what's going on, they'll analyse it with no greater information than is required than what you could like obtain yourself, or like just get for free from the internet. But they have the other perspective from the outside looking in, so they can be helpful in that regard. They can watch your form. If you're not performing a lift right, then they can help you with that. Okay, they can watch you train, they can give you tips and tricks, which can be helpful. of course. I'm not saying they're useless. You know, there's a lot of reasons to hire a personal trainer. I mean, I don't because I can't afford it. It's a nice luxury though. If I could, I would consider it. But yeah, they can provide that kind of thing to you. But so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't hire one. I'm just saying you don't strictly need to, but they can be helpful. Now, where I would absolutely recommend you hire a personal trainer, however, is if you're not just a recreational lifter. You're someone who has a powerlifting meet or a bodybuilding competition, physique competition coming up, because that requires you to look really good or perform really well on a specific day. Okay, and in bodybuilding you have what's known as a peak week, where you've got to dial in to bring your best condition to the show, and that depends on a whole number of things: your bloating, your body fat, which all revolves around your specific cutting schedule, what you do, what week, how many carbs, water, sodium level you're taking in on a daily basis leading up to the show, and that's really complex stuff, and that's hard to find on the internet. I've tried to look it up before just out of interest, and I get so much conflicted information, and of course because your show is a one-time thing, you can't afford to do trial and error. You need to get it right, because once the show's gone, it's gone. You're trying something out and you go the wrong way, you've missed your opportunity. So at that point, I think it makes a lot of sense to hire a coach so you can get dialed in properly. I mean, if I was going for a competition, I don't have a plan to. Personally, I don't have plans right now, but if I did, then I would certainly look into hire a coach for doing that, because they'll have knowledge of how to dial in for a show and can work closely with me on that. And I think it would be worth the money in that regard, because the show would be something that's very important to me. But anyway, guys, that's really all I have to say on that for now, all I have to add to that topic. So thanks for watching, guys. Check out my sponsors, thealphacore.com, for awesome fitness clothing. Use discount code JACK10 for money off over there. But once again, thanks for watching, guys. I've been Jack with 10 Years Fitness, and I'll see all of you in the next one.